Okay, we need to get down to the dragon, guys. Oh! No way, guys! It's that Herobrine! Oh my gosh, guys! Herobrine's gave me crave mode!
People who cheat in their speedruns are hilarious because they're terrible at hiding the fact that they cheated. These are the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns. The speedrunner spawns into their world, and they are selecting the last slot in their inventory. As well, they're in creative mode. Buddy, how obvious can you be? They even approach this tree and break it in creative mode. Then they realize, oh, darn it, okay, no one's gonna believe this, I'm gonna have to reset everything. So there's a sudden cut. They have a block of wood in their inventory. They go up to the tree again. They're still in creative mode. So they break the grass beneath them, put the block away, and then with no cuts whatsoever, they put themselves back into survival mode, and now the speedrun begins. Yeah, this is gonna be painful to watch. So the speedrunner breaks the tree in front of them, getting 2 logs, and when they turn around, there is a ruined nether portal directly behind them. At which point, the speedrunner says something very suspicious.
Wait, if my calculations are correct, the chest should be right here.
If my calculations are correct, the chest should be right in here. This guy is full of baloney. I don't know why a chest would be behind dirt blocks. That is just ridiculous. Yeah, so they find a chest, and there is a lot of stuff in it. A golden sword with more enchantments on it than I have videos posted on my YouTube channel. Enchanted golden apples, armor, a flint. So they get their loot, and come on, are you kidding me? There's a village right next to them too? This is very unbelievable, but you know what? I'm gonna give them a chance here. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think I've ever seen a staircase like this in a village house, but I could just be acting paranoid. I'm honestly not sure now. They go into this house, they get spruce logs, potatoes, bread. So with some of these new materials the speedrunner found, and after breaking some beds, they make a crafting table, they make an iron pickaxe, and they make a shield. Then the speedrunner says this.
I think we have to mine down, guys, to get stone.
I think we gotta mine down so we can get some stone. Yeah, you know what? That seems pretty reasonable. Nothing conspicuous about that. Yeah, it's Diamond Palooza over here. This is not possible. Sorry to burst your bubble. So the speedrunner uses their newfound diamonds to make a diamond helmet and a diamond chestplate, and leggings, and booties. At which point, the speedrun footage suddenly cuts. It says set own game mode to survival, and there is suddenly 2 iron golems in front of them. Out of nowhere, the speedrunner has the strength status effect, and they one-shot both of these iron golems with their bare hands. So the speedrunner uses their new iron to craft a bucket, even though they already had a bucket. Yeah, this is definitely one of the sloppiest fake speedruns I have ever witnessed. Well, it doesn't matter. The show must go on. The speedrunner goes back to the ruined nether portal. They place their single obsidian block on the portal. Yeah, I'm honestly not sure what they were intending here. You are not gonna believe what happens. Let me just show you. Yeah, the footage is cut to them having obsidian blocks in their inventory, and they're just building a nether portal. But the speedrunner, even though they are cheating, still does not understand what the correct shape of a nether portal is. Buddy, there is a big difference between a square and a rectangle. I'm just putting that out there. Also, who is Cleesus?
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Who in the world is Cleesus? Okay, yeah, this is painful. So the speedrunner fixes their nether portal, they light it, and now they're entering the nether. Everything seems normal. They're walking around, they're trying to find something. Maybe a nether fortress, maybe a bastion, right? Until you hear them say this.
Jesus Christ, John, I thought you knew where the bastion was.
Yeah, now I got some serious questions. Who is John? Well, after exploring for a while, the speedrunner reaches a dead end, and in their frustration, they say this.
If you can't do it, I will. I make this look real.
Yeah, if you can't do it, I will. So the speedrunner is typing /game mode creative, but the footage cuts to behind the scenes footage that I don't think we were meant to see. Yeah, the speedrunner is in spectator mode, floating around trying to find a nether fortress.
Oh, it's literally right here. What are you doing, John?
Whispering under his breath, what are you doing, John? I don't think that part was meant to be in the final cut. There is another sudden cut. The speedrunner digs down, and they drop right into a blaze spawner. The speedrunner kills 1 blaze, they get 3 blaze rods. This is very outlandish. They kill a second blaze, they get 3 more blaze rods, and 6 blaze rods is more than enough. In fact, it's perfect. But the speedrun cuts to this hulking mass of blaze rods directly in front of them. Come on, buddy. But it gets worse. When they turn around, there is an army of blaze in front of them. Alright, so the speedrunner gets as many blaze rods as they could possibly desire, and if I fast forward the speedrun here, here, you can see that not walking a very long distance, they are able to find a bastion very quickly. So the only thing I can comment about this is that this seed must be very, very lucky. At this point, we are just about to witness the speedrunner getting very frustrated about being unable to make a crafting table.
I've done so, guys, so we need to get in there. Oh, and then the crafting table. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, crafting dysfunction. It happens to the best of us, buddy. The speedrunner puts themselves into creative mode, angrily muttering under their breath about John.
Jesus Christ, Michael, can't do. You did one gosh dang job. Flip. I can't speak. Oh, where's the flip? Is that you get in? How do you get in, guys? We found the gold blocks. This is gonna be easy peasy speedrun.
And then, yeah, just like that, out of nowhere, the footage is cut and they're in the bastion. So the speedrunner mines these golden blocks, and then after exploring more of the bastion, they find a piglin to trade with. They give this piglin 81 gold ingots, and the speedrunner gets 80 ender pearls in return for their trade. And let's be real here, we know this is extremely fake. I'm not even gonna waste my time doing the math here. This percentage, that percentage, this guy is a phony baloney. The percentages do not matter. The speedrunner tries making blaze powder. I don't even think they know how to do that. And you can see in their inventory, they have 4 blocks of obsidian right now. But then there is an extremely sudden cut. They have a full stack of obsidian, and now they're making a nether portal. After creating this nether portal, they go into their inventory trying to find a flint and steel, and just listen to this freak out where they think they don't have flint and steel, but they do. It's just goofy.
Okay, skit! Oh, I do. Okay.
Alright, well anyways, the speedrunner lights the nether portal. They return to the overworld. Somehow, by some miracle, they find a way to create blaze powder, and they make their eyes of ender. Now that the speedrunner has eyes of ender, all they need to do is throw the ball in the sky and follow their balls. But the speedrunner says this.
Okay, we just need some triangulation.
They need to do some triangulation. Now, for anyone who isn't aware, that is actually a professional speedrunning strategy. And it's not important because this guy tries to do it, and it is the funniest thing in the world. They start changing the brightness in their game. They open up the Minecraft store by accident. They change their field of view.
Oh, fuck. Gonna use some triangulation here. If I throw this pearl. Oh, yeah. 3 plus 4 is 5. Okay.
And then, yeah, they say 30 plus 45, okay. Yeah, that math checks out. That sounds about right. Sounds like triangulation to me. You know, isosceles, obtuse, right angle. Yeah, triangulation. Then the speedrun footage cuts to more behind the scenes footage that I don't think was meant to see the light of day. I know this is painful, I know it's difficult to get through, but the speedrunner gets into the village, they toss an eye of ender, and it goes down. So naturally, the speedrunner begins digging down to reach the stronghold, right? Well, the next series of events are so confusing, I'm gonna need someone to help me to understand here.
Oh yeah, guys, there's a new method where I found. You can literally just mine all the way down with one punch. With your fist. Oh, look. Oh my gosh, guys, it's working. Oh, we're gonna die!
That voice crack was priceless. Relish. Oh my gosh. Yes, the speedrunner dies by accident. At which point there is another cut. They have tons of stuff in their inventory, and they're suddenly back in the stronghold with pants in their hands. Well, the speedrunner finds the portal room, they fill the portal with eyes, and they enter the end. Hang on a second though, why are they just standing there? Yeah, I guess the speedrunner's taking a moment for some deep breathing exercises. Or he's stalling. There's only one way to find out. The speedrunners, in the end, they're doing fantastic. They're breaking the crystals and they die. And after billions of sudden cuts, oh my goodness, is that Herobrine? Yeah, that is a floating armor stand with Minecraft Steve's face on it.
No way, guys, it's not Herobrine. It's Herobrine. No way, Herobrine. No way. Oh my gosh, guys, Herobrine's gave me creative mode.
The speedrunners given creative mode, they are flailing like a fish out of water. With all this cheating, they are still unable to kill the dragon, even with Minecraft Stove helping them. And yeah, just like that, they beat the game. I have a migraine now. I'm gonna go take a nap.
We did it. I got quitted.
Right, so this speed run, it's a little goofy. They're using Lunar Client, which automatically disqualifies their speed run. The speedrunner is playing Silent Night. It's Christmas time, but I don't think Santa's coming. The Grinch is coming tonight. The speedrunner is on their way to create their new world. We can clearly see two worlds they've made in the past, Oij Gorge Goy Jurg and Babachu, which I think is the close relative of the Babadook. So the speedrunner creates their new save file, calling it world record, and they put the difficulty on hard, which really isn't necessary, but you know what? I got respect for them. So we have the pleasure of listening to this very beautiful music while the game is loading up, and then there is just a very abrupt cut where the speedrunner is looking down at the ground. They're selecting the third slot in their inventory. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they edited this in Windows Movie Maker. As soon as the speedrunner turns around, there is an altar with an ender chest on it, and the speedrunner is looking around as if like, oh yeah, I don't see this goofy structure I made behind me. You know, what's good around here? There's some trees, there's some grass, the air. Lightning starts striking the ender chest, and then the speedrunner opens the chest, and there is a netherite sword in it named Axe Body Spray. So now I'm getting the feeling that this is one of those speedrunners who's just being random for the sake of being random. Anyways, the speedrunner gets the sword and they walk away. But hang on a second, did you see that just a split second ago? I'm sorry, but what is that? Is that one of the clouds from the Super Mario Brothers games? Did the speedrunner think that it was gonna blend in with the birch trees and we weren't gonna question it? Well, it doesn't matter. In front of them, the speedrunner finds a ruined nether portal. It's looking a little strange, but you know what? Maybe it's believable. I'll give him a chance here. Nope. Okay, so in the chest is 64 TNT blocks. They just right-clicked it, separated it perfectly in two, and then put them in two different spots. This guy's a big stinky cheater. I'm not really sure why, but the speedrunner uses the TNT blocks to build a staircase up to the nether portal, which is like literally playing with fire. That is the stupidest thing someone could do, but okay, I'm gonna roll with it. They use their flint and steel to light the nether portal, and the fire is just like glitched. The fire is not firing right now. And then out of nowhere, I hear the speedrunner say, Herobrine! He calls out to Herobrine. Well, it turns out that the nether portal had one crying obsidian on its frame, and then it disappears and turns into real obsidian. And now the nether portal works. So when the speedrunner enters the nether, there is no loading screen. This is very goofy. But if I freeze frame here, tell me if you notice anything unusual on the screen. Yeah, that's right. There is a second nether portal. What's going on here, buddy? I think you got some explaining to do. And then just playing the speedrun a few seconds more, they are directly above a nether fortress. So I'm just trying to put two and two together here, but it's possible they spawned into one nether portal and made it look like they spawned directly above the nether fortress. I don't know. Well, the speedrunner's next dilemma here is that the nether fortress is right there, blaze rods ripe for the picking. The problem is that if they drop down there, they are going to die. And that's when the speedrunner opens up the chat box. Creative mode, survival mode, invisibility, leaving and joining the game. Aren't they speedrunning on a server? And that's when this happens. Yeah, they're just slamming on their keyboard, going into creative mode, then going into survival mode. And the footage cuts to them being next to a blaze spawner. If you can even consider this a blaze spawner. Yes, that is in fact their friend with a blaze skin on, goofing around. So you know what? Maybe there's a reasonable explanation for this. The blaze gives them blaze rods, and then in true fake speedrun fashion, they fly off into the distance and disappear into the lava. But then there is another sudden cut, and come on. A player with the same username approaches them, but this time with a piglin skin. You couldn't have, I don't know, put in the effort to just hide their username. Well, the speedrunner gives them a single gold nugget, and then the piglin starts shaking its head, saying no. The piglin throws the 2 golden nuggets back at the speedrunner. Then the speedrunner gets mad. They hit the piglin. The piglin hits the speedrunner with their sword, and then you are never going to expect this twist of events. The speedrunner gets out the Axe Body Spray and massacres the piglin, and there's ender pearls all over the ground. That was more dramatic than one of those popular dating TV shows. After another sudden cut, the speedrunner suddenly has a full stack of obsidian blocks, and then they attempt to create a nether portal to return to the overworld. But like every bad fake speedrunner, they create a true abomination. Well, anyways, it just gets weirder. The speedrunner returns to the overworld, and in front of them is a marble spiral staircase leading up to the sky, I have no idea what to expect here. After the speedrunner goes up the staircase, there's a sign in front of them that says low budget with a sad looking face. Could not finish, wows. And behind them is their friend, playing the role of Herobrine now. So I'm not really sure what the point of this is, because Herobrine just starts tossing netherite blocks at the speedrunner, and then the speedrun footage cuts to them being in a village. The speedrunner approaches a villager with a very large unibrow, and somehow the budget for this fake speedrun really ramped up because there's voice acting now.
Welcome to my loving, beautiful village. Isn't it beautiful? Enjoy your stay.
Well, the speedrunner breaks out the Axe body spray, kills the villager, and there's a sudden cut to them destroying the village? I don't know what is happening here. After completely destroying the village, the speedrunner is searching the rubble, and beneath them, they find a hole. The speedrunner drops down into this hole, and oh my goodness, I cannot believe it, they found the stronghold. No, this is the Walmart Great Value version stronghold. Now, maybe to the untrained eye, you wouldn't see the difference, but me, I'm a professional, and this is painful. At which point, the speedrunner says this.
Bro, how am I gonna take out the crystals?
How am I gonna take out the crystals? Then this goofy sounding music starts playing, and their friend disguised as Herobrine starts running around, flying in the sky, breaking the end crystals for them. After that, the speedrunner says this.
What am I gonna do about my time?
What am I gonna do about my time? At which point, the speedrunner is led by Herobrine to a structure I have never seen before, a time machine. So they go inside of this structure, their timer disappears, they got a goofy video effect on the screen, and now their timer is reset to 0. Even then, with all of this cheating and being so bad at the game, having this wildly overpowered sword, the speedrunner still cannot kill the Ender Dragon. Yeah, it flies away before they can get anything more than 2 hits in on it. So the speedrunner hands over Axe body spray to Herobrine, at which point Herobrine is flying around in the sky, chasing down the dragon like Tom and Jerry, and the speedrunner beats the game in 44 seconds. I don't know what it is, but that Wii gets me every time.